Good morning, students, and welcome back to another session of the subject of economics. Let us start with chapter 4's continuation of the topic exceptions to the law of supply. In the last video session, we had completed the meaning of expansion, contraction, and increase and decrease in supply. Now, today we'll be learning about what are the exceptions to the law of supply. The law of supply states that when the price of a product is high, more producers are interested in manufacturing the products because they will earn more revenue or more profit. On the contrary, if the price of the product is low, the manufacturers are less interested in producing the product. That is, therefore, the offer for sale or in the market is low. However, there are certain exceptions to the law of supply. We had seen the same context in law of demand also, where certain goods were exceptions to the law of demand. Now, let us see what are the exceptions. In the exceptions to the law of supply, we have rare goods and perishable goods. Now, rare goods basically means certain goods are very rare, and even if there is a significant rise in the prices of that rare goods, the supply will not increase. We can take for example the ancient coins, the manuscripts that are there, or the ancient handicrafts. It is very difficult to offer more quantities even if the prices shoot up. So such goods, as they do not have any current production, so they are considered that even if the prices rise, the supply of these goods will not go up. Coming down to the next one, that is perishable goods. Now, perishable goods are such goods which have a very short span of life. For example, the food items that we consume, the ripe fruits, you can say the vegetables, milk, etc. They cannot be stored for a very long time. So, even if the price falls, the supplier will have to supply in the market at the current prevailing low prices, as they cannot be preserved, and if they do not sell it, then there will be a total loss. So we can say that perishable goods and rare goods, they are exceptions to the law of supply. Coming down to the last topic of this chapter, that is the price determination in the market. The determination of price means to determine the cost of goods sold and the services rendered in the free market. In the free market, the forces of demand and supply determines the prices. So we can say that the price determination explains the process of determining a stable price at which the goods are actually bought and sold in the market. And such determination of prices, we can see that in all forms of market, we talk about the different forms of market, that is monopoly, oligopoly, perfect competition, etc. So such determination of prices in these different types of market is known as the determination of equilibrium price level. Now, for a lay person, they may feel that prices are decided by the person who is selling it, that is by the producer or the seller. But we know that in reality it is not so. The individual producers or the sellers, they alone cannot decide the prices. The prices are determined by the invisible hands of the market, as said by Alfred Marshall, the market demand and the market supply. Although they cannot be seen, but they are considered to be the invisible hands of the market, and the entire process will depend on the interaction of market demand and supply. The equilibrium price refers to a price where the market demand is equal to market supply. The equilibrium is attained only where the two curves intersect each other, as you can see in the diagrammatic representation. The market equilibrium is defined as a state of rest that is determined by the rational objectives of the consumer and the producer. It is a state where the aggregate quantity that all the firms want to sell are purchased by the consumers, and that is the market supply will be equal to the market demand. In short, we can say the demand is equal to the supply. At this situation, there is neither any incentive to increase the supply, nor there is any tendency for any change in the market. Therefore, the quantity supplied, the demand, the price, they are all favor and they won't change. If the market price is above the equilibrium price, there occurs the situation of excess supply. And if the market price is below the equilibrium price, there will occur a situation where there will be excess of demand. Now, if you can say you can see in the table at price 30 of a commodity, the demand of the commodity is 600, the supply of a commodity is also 600. And so, when we diagrammatically present that, the demand curve and the supply curve intersect at price 30, which shows that price 30 is the equilibrium price where the demand is equal to the supply. Now, as stated earlier, if the price falls down from 30 to rupees 1, we can see the demand has expanded from 600 to 1000, but the supply has contracted from 600 to 200, which shows that there is excess of demand when the prices fall. When the prices rise from 30 to 50, you can see the demand of the commodity being contracted from 600 to 200, whereas the suppliers supply more in the market, so the available supply is increases from 600 to rupees, or expands from 600 to rupees 1000, from 600 units to 1000 units. So here you can find the supply is excess than the demand. So we say that if the market price is below the equilibrium price, there will be excess of demand, and vice versa, if the market price is above the equilibrium price, there will be excess of supply. So with this, we end our topic of price determination in the market. The E over here shows the equilibrium price. I hope everything is clear to you in this particular chapter. Thank you, all of you.